Hi guys, Jed for Aussie Hunting, Fishing, Camping. This video is another dingo trapping episode. It's been a couple of months in the making. I've been chasing a pack of dingoes here on this cattle property and another bunch at home on my place. I've tried a few new techniques, learnt a few lessons, had a few mistakes along the way. Just seen this pack of 4 dogs again that I saw when I was taking people for a drive around yesterday. I was just taking my dog for a run and they just come out straight in front of me up the top of my place. So I'll run back and grab the little 22 Magnum, gonna see if I can catch up with them before they get out. Oh, we're in the orchard, so hopefully I'll get them before they get down to the creek on this side. They're on the other side of the property from where they were yesterday. There's one. Well, got that one. Don't know where the other 3 bigger ones were. There was 2 sort of dingo looking ones and a kind of like a mastiff cross looking thing. Just out here at home, put the camera back up on this spot where I had it when I was chasing that last lot. That's the wallaby I had tied to the post there. It's not tied on wide on there anymore, but they either me shooting that one or they must have gotten used to the idea that they couldn't move it. They haven't been back in. But anyway, I've put this camera back here. I will go and get another bait to put there tomorrow, but I'm just going to try another theory I heard from a bloke I met out in Hughenden. Timmy, if you're watching this, I'm trying your theory. He's done a lot of dingo shooting. He reckons he got 200 in a week once, but he said you boil one up for a week, a whole dog, and get some of the liquid out of that container that you're boiling them in and tip it on a stump or something. They'll come in every night after that to sniff around, mark their territory around that stump. So I've got some liquid here from boiling up a dog for a week, and I'm gonna just tip it here, test Timmy's theory. I don't hold high hopes. It sounds like a bit of an old wives' tale to me, but I'm always interested in any new way of hunting and trapping pests, so I'm going to give it a shot. Let's see if we get anything on the camera tonight. So I've got a cat on the camera down here where I've been trying to bait in dingoes last night. So I'm going to restart baiting. I've got a few tips from that last video from a couple of people, so I'm trying disguising the trap a bit more. I've disguised the entryway a little bit, not that that's really going to fool them, I don't think, but I've got dirt on the covering the cage on the floor, so that apparently will make it a little bit more likely they will walk in there. And I've got this tuna and chicken. Normally I go either tuna or chicken. I've caught them with both, but tuna and chicken cat food. It's got both in there and it's just natural meat apparently, so it should smell real. Hopefully it'll bring them in. Just put a bit out the front to get them, give them the taste for it, and then throw it up the back of the trap. So I've set up another bait here, another bit of roadkill I found on the way home. There's a trap just this side of it and a trap just the other side. Looks like there's a path just alongside this fence that goes the whole way along here. So hopefully, got the camera here just to check what comes to have a look. Yeah, hopefully get a couple of those other 3 dogs that were with that last black one that I shot. Just out here, another bloke's place that I've been trying to shoot dingoes on since the start of the year. He lost 4 of his dogs to dingoes in the first couple of months of this year. He's got cattle, they're working dogs, and 4 of them got killed by this pack of dogs, and I tried to hunt them for a couple of months at the start of the year. Cunning bastards, very hard to hunt. Yeah, we had them coming into a dead buffalo carcass, and I'd fly the drone in, make sure they were there, and then try and sneak in from downwind. Just couldn't get close enough to get a shot at them. But that was before I started trapping, so yeah, had a bit of success with traps now, and I think I might do a bit better. He's got another wiener that died in the yard, so he's dragging that out for me this afternoon, and I'll go and set some traps up on it, see if we can have a bit more success. He did get rid of a fair few of them with baits, but there's still 2 or 3 at least that were too smart for that as well, wouldn't take the baits. So these are proper dingo looking ones, the ones I got on the camera last time anyway. So he's got buffalo, there's some camels running around here, and lots of cattle obviously. Heap of old machinery all along his driveway here, bit of a graveyard for old vehicles. And he's got barramundi in the dam. We did a little video at the start of the year catching a few barra in his dam. I'll probably give that another go while I'm out here. Not today, didn't bring a rod, but I'll hit him up, see if I can flick a few more lures around when I'm coming to check the traps. Yeah, you're lucky you're someone's camel, mate. I'd be putting you in the freezer otherwise. Oh, another one right there. Well, took a bit of finding, but a bit of a mission up here, but yeah, he's got it in a good spot. He's dumped it in this little sort of gully, so his cows won't be walking around it, and dogs being dogs, they'll come in from the arse end first, easiest, softest spot. I'll put a couple of traps in down that side, and maybe just one up around the top here somewhere as well. Well, one thing I didn't think of was pegs. I was expecting to be able to put it next to a tree somewhere, but so I haven't got anything to peg them down with, so they're just tied on, wired onto the legs of the cow. First few days they shouldn't be able to rip them off. So hopefully I'll come back tomorrow and peg them in, but if I get anything tonight, hopefully that will be enough to keep them there. One smaller trap at the front, 2 of the bigger ones down the back. I'll cover them up and see how we go. Well, if I was a dingo, I'd fall for that. Apart from the wires, you can see the wires, but the rest of it's pretty well inconspicuous. Just out here checking on these dingo traps again. I doubt I've got anything on the first night, but I wanted to come and check them anyway. Not seeing any movement here, so as expected, I don't think there's anything in them yet. It's got some good stink about it already. Jeez, how many flies? Well, the wires are all still attached. Nothing's gone off. Try again tomorrow. Who would live in a city, huh? I know there's some downsides to being a farmer, but shit, we got a slow day on the farm today. I get to come out and just sit in nature doing a bit of fishing, go and do a bit of hunting. You're your own boss, you can decide how much you work, how much you get out of it. Something so relaxing about just sitting here watching the water. I could sit here all day, but I do have stuff to do, so I'm gonna make this the last cast. Well, just drop this big boy off and put the trail camera here, see if we can lure those dingoes in. My Great Dane is about 80 kilos, if that gives you an idea on how big this pig is. Biggest I've ever shot. Got him last night up in the cane. Dingoes shouldn't be able to drag that off, so hopefully get a few coming in, I'll get a shot at them. So traps have been set for 4 nights out here now. I'd be very surprised if nothing's found it. I'd say the pigs will be into it soon if the dogs don't come in. And they're just going to set the traps off and take off without any harm done. So I'm going to be away for the next 2 nights, so I'm not real sure whether I should leave it set or not. I'm not going to be able to come out and check it. Jesus, look at the flies. Okay, it's starting to really deteriorate now, but nothing's been into it. Hold on, we're missing a wire here. Fuck. That trap's been set off. That one hasn't. It's still wired on there. So something's got caught in this trap and pulled its foot out. I'd say that'd have to be a pig. And the other one was in here and it's been dragged off, that little trap. So there is a pig somewhere with a trap attached to its foot. Let's just rip the wire out of that leg there. Oh, it was bound to happen sooner or later if the dogs didn't come. The pigs would. Not great that I've lost a trap though. Oh, I think I'll just take that trap that's been set off home with me. Leave the other one set there. And see if it does any good. Been away for a couple of days, just come back out to check these dingo traps. So those pigs probably would have come back in and set off that last one. There's nothing here stuck in it, so haven't caught anything. I'm gonna relocate them back closer into the a gate where I come in. See if I can set them up down there, because the one that he thought was hanging around up here hasn't been in, so. Oh, something set off that one too, but pulled its foot out, so I'd be guessing it's a pig. Well, this looks like a decent spot. It's got this sort of a natural barrier, these trees, so the cattle and camels and other things won't be walking through them, setting them off. I put a bait in here and a trap either side. Might tie the bait to this tree here and put 2 traps where they're likely to come in from that side. Hopefully should do the job. I'll be able to tie the wires onto these trees so they can't drag the traps off. The new setup with the traps has been set for 2 nights now. Just out here on the second morning, checking if we've caught anything. Not seeing any movement there. No joy. Morning guys, just stand here on my place. I'm going to move one of these traps from down below the fence where I've got it up to where this big pig is. The last 4 nights I've had, well, the first night I had a black dog come in just for a look, got him on the camera twice, and the night after that there was a black, and the same black one with another tan one, and they were here for a while. This was about 4 in the morning. I came down with the thermal, snuck in from that side. The wind was in my favour, it was coming east-west, so it definitely wasn't, they wouldn't have smelled me, but they must have super hearing or something. But by the time I got to where I could see this with the thermal, they were gone, even though they'd already been here eating for half an hour before I started coming down here. So they looked like they'd settled in, but I must have disturbed them somehow. I'm guessing just they've got super hearing. So I was walking quiet and didn't make any noise as far as I could tell, slowly, quietly coming down from the road up there, down along this line of limes until I could see it. And they were nowhere to be seen. So once again, hunting very hard, so trapping is the way to go. But I'm going to bring up last night, actually the night after I came down with the thermal, they disappeared and didn't come back at all, so maybe I scared them off. But then last night again, one night after that, the black dog was in here for about 6 hours eating the back end of this pig. So I'm going to set up another trap. I've still got that post from last time I was trapping them here, so I'll just wire a trap to that and set it up in here somewhere. See if we can't get one tonight, because yeah, they haven't even had a look at where I've got the wallaby with the 2 traps down below the fence. It's a bit, I'm going to have to keep my dog away because it's not on the other side of that fence, so yeah, I won't be able to bring him past here for a few days until I hopefully get something in the trap. But anyway, that's not a big deal. Murphy's Law being what it is, if I bring both the traps up, I'll definitely get that bait down there taken by a dingo the next night. So I'm going to leave one down there on the wallaby and just bring one trap up here, and that way I've got both bases covered. Alright, got a trap just in here. They've definitely been concentrating on this back end, so put it as close to that as I can. I've even covered up the wire right back to about 1 metre away, so should be covering any scent that's on the trap. It's all covered in dirt. I might just bring a little bit of grass in to cover it up to make it look a bit more natural, but he's been scraping away. This was all bare from where he'd been lying chewing on that anyway, so I don't think it's going to matter. So 3 nights these traps have been set here now. The bait appears to have been taken, but nothing's been set off. That trap's still set. The other one also. I don't know how something would have taken that wallaby and not set off either of these traps. There's one right here and there's one right there. Went and got a pig that I shot yesterday. Should be a bit heavier. Won't be able to get that out over the log, I don't think, so hopefully that'll do the trick. One trap that end, one trap right here. It's already pretty stinky. I took the back straps out of it, so it's been cut open and the birds and shit have been into it for the last day. It's going a bit rotten, so shouldn't take them too long to smell it. Get in. Morning. Been raining here all night. I woke up with some pictures on the trail camera. Got that black dog in that trap where the pig is, so going to go down, dispatch him. Got the little revolving rifle 357. It's a Alpha Proj. They make a pistol exactly the same. It's a 12-inch barrel. It's only 75 centimetres long, so it's the smallest it can be to be still classified as a rifle in Queensland. So it's just a category B. Anyway, we'll go and put this dog out of its misery. Fuck, what's going on here? I thought it must have been out of, trail camera must have been out of fucking credit, because I wasn't getting any more pictures, but he's just pulled it off. Shit. Gonna need a stronger wire. Fuck me. Alright, well, he won't be coming back in, will he? Gonna be wandering around with a trap on his foot. Shit. Wonder if I got anything in this one. Alright, that one's still set. Well, it's probably got rid of a dog, but it's not a very nice way to do it. So I just come out here to change the wires on these other traps I got out at Brian's place after that one snapped the wire at my place this morning. I hope I didn't get another one out here and he got away as well. That would be a bit rubbish, 2 in one night. But yeah, got some nice heavy duty wire to replace all the ones I have on, because they're all that same pretty thin stuff. I just thought that smaller the better so they don't notice it, but I didn't realise how much they would be able to pull on it. So still nothing trapped here. Hopefully my traps are still there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that one's still there. This one's underneath the pig. That's not going to do him much good, is it? Alright, so I'll have to reset that one. Alright, got some nice heavy duty wire on there now. Got my scent all over the area again, which is not ideal. But hopefully they will still come in before that pig rots away completely. Alright, just going to go for a bit of a walk. Come here. See if we can find this dog that got away with the trap this morning. I'll go along the fence line first, see if I can find any prints. Didn't get too much rain after he got off, so should hopefully still be prints somewhere. I don't know how far it'll get with that trap on its foot and the wire hanging off it, but wife's coming for a look. See if we can flush it out. Doesn't seem to be any holes in the fence, but where it's low like this, it might have still got over with that trap on its foot. If I don't find any tracks up further, I might come back and go down from here. I think we'll head across and go up to that cypress forest. I'd say that'll be where it's taken shelter if it's going this way. If not, I'll come back and walk along the creek. Might be down in some of this pandanus. Big shit. Doesn't look all that old. Maybe that's what he's sniffing. It's all pretty hard and I'm not a very good tracker, so I'm not sure if I'll pick up the trail, but I'll just go along this road for a bit and see if we see anything fresh since the rain. Might head down this gully back to the end of the creek and come back up to where we started. Otherwise there's just too much country here. I'm not going to find it if it's not down in that creek, I don't think. Unless I find some tracks. Morning. Just riding past on the bike before, past the cat trap. I noticed it was shut. Coming down to check what I've caught. I've got two of those bloody bandicoot things now, so it's probably another one of them. Might have to move it. Yep. Another rat bandicoot thing. If you know what they are, please let me know in the comments. See a lot of them up in the sugarcane as well, but I'm not 100% sure what they are. See if I can get you a better look. I've been out camping for a few days and looks like pigs, or yeah, probably pigs have been in and cleaned up that pig, set off that trap. Didn't set off this other one, but one of them's been set off, so I'd say it'd be pigs because a dog wouldn't have dragged its foot out of there. So I'm gonna have to bury that one and reset it. At the same time, the owner here had another weaner died in the yard, so he dragged it out here and put it next to the trap. It was probably a bit heavy to be lifting in there on his own, so he's just left it outside. So I might relocate that trap to the back end of that. That'll be where dogs will start if they come in eating it. And that will do for now. I'm inclined to think that that trap that went missing from the other weaner we had up in the trench up there, I think that might have been the dingo we were chasing, because a pig would have just pulled his foot out of it rather than broken the wire off. So I'm guessing, yeah, we've probably got rid of that dingo. Either he's died from not being able to hunt, or he won't be coming back this way. He probably had to chew his own foot off to get that trap off. Just come back out here to set up the trail camera. Just want to see if A, if that dogs are coming in at all, and B, if not, if it's the pigs that keep taking this bait. I just want to see what sort of a pack it is and how big they are. They might be worth hunting too. Anyway, got the camera set up just 5 metres off the bait. should pick up anything that comes in for it. Nothing's been in since I reset that trap yesterday. It's looking good and rotten. Whatever cleaned up that pig did it in one night, so I'm guessing it's a fair pack of pigs. We'll see what happens. I've got no reception on the camera out here, so I'll have to come back and see if it's got pictures on it tomorrow. Just had to come out to Brian's and drag a dead calf out of his yard. So I think the hay that he's been feeding them in there got wet with some rain we had last week. It might be killing them. That's the third one we've had to drag out of here now. He's away, so he's not getting back for another 3 or 4 days. So I told him I'd drag it out for him. I'll go and put it up there somewhere near that where I've got the traps, and I'll probably reset. I actually got a black dog on the camera up there last night. It's got enough reception there now to send me pictures, so I got a picture of a black dog up there where the trap is, but it didn't get in the trap. So I'll leave the traps where they are for one more night, and then see if they start eating this one. I'll set up some traps around it as well. Morning. I'm going out today, out to Brian's place where I've been trying to trap these dingoes. I got another one on the camera last night, a proper dingo looking one, not the black dog that I got a couple of nights before. So there's definitely at least still 2 of them out there running around. So I'm changing tactics again. Got a bunch of guinea fowl running around here at home wild, so I trapped one of them in the cat trap yesterday. Just used some bread, spread it all around the cage, and then some inside, and got one in a couple of hours. So I'm going to take him out there, take my other trap, so I'll have 3 traps to set up. I'm going to take a bit more care burying the wires on those existing traps, because the 2 dogs that have been in on the camera the last couple of nights have just been walking around them, not getting trapped. So they're smarter than I gave them credit for once again. So I'm going to do a proper job on hiding those traps that are there, and put another one just with this cage. I've got some water in the cage for it, keep it alive, set it up there somewhere. I figure maybe if they're a bit more excited about a live animal that they're trying to kill, they might not be so worried about checking for scent and wires and stuff, so might be a bit easier to get them to come in and get trapped. We'll give it a go anyway, try anything with these bastards. Alright, I've pulled that one from over there. It's now down in here. This track that they've been coming through on, I think. That's what it looks like from the trail camera anyway. But I'll just put this stick here to kind of funnel them in that way as well. And yeah, it's all covered up now. You can't see it. Well, the wire's going in under that bit of bait, and then it comes out under those sticks, and even the spring is covered up, and the plate is just here in the middle, so should have a bit of a better chance. Alright, I think we're winning. I've got one right in here at the base of that. Normally they'll come in from the back end first, easiest way to get into the guts if they do start eating it. There's the wire just going straight into there. The other one, hopefully the wire will just seem to be part of the trap, going down, set just straight here, about a foot out from the guinea fowl. I'll just give him some more water. And I'll be on my way. See you tomorrow, champ. Well, it's been 3 nights now since I set up that guinea fowl in the cage. Nothing's been in. I don't know if it's the noise of that thing rattling around in that metal cage. They're not game to come in and have a look what it is, or just the amount of scent that I put around the place when I set it up and redid the traps again. Anyway, I haven't even had a dog on the camera at all for the last 3 nights, so they haven't been back in. I've just put another pig here as bait. I got a few pigs in a pig trap this morning, so bought another one of them up to add some smell to this. That weiner was pretty well rotted away there, so fresh bait there. And I'll go and give this skinny fowl some more water. Starting to think it might be a deterrent, and I might just let it go if I don't get anything come in the next couple of nights. I'll give it another 2 nights, I think. Otherwise I'll let it go. He's got a herd of guinea fowl here on the property, so I'll let it go with them and it can join its friends. Still nothing been in to have a go at this other weiner, and nothing set off either of these traps. So. Dingoes, sneaky bastards. Have a go at this. He's uncovered that trap. Hasn't got caught. Nothing's touched that one, but that's definitely been uncovered. I didn't leave it like that. How the hell did he know that was there? Fucking smarter than you give him credit for. Don't know what to do about that. I guess I'll cover it back up and hope that different one comes and steps on it, but gonna have to look around for a few more tips, I think. They're just taunting me, these ones. This last one I got on the camera over here, he specifically went and stood in the area where I had the trap before I moved it over here, like he was just taunting me, and that was only a couple of hours after I dropped that pig off yesterday. He just came in, sniffed at that pig from exactly where my trap used to be and buggered off. They're just playing games with me. Very hard to trap. Putting in a bit more work this morning, trying to get these dingoes out here. They've been in again and moved this carcass further over that way last night, so I come back in. I've completely covered all the wire and everything, so redone both these traps so you can't see anything right back. This trap's here, the wire's covered right back to here where it goes in under that bit of termite mound, and I've dragged the carcass back into the middle, so hopefully if they come for this back end either side we'll get them. But also Brian that owns the place has got a bitch working dog, and he's been scraping up a bit of the dirt where she's been pissing. Bitch piss is supposed to be a good lure for him as well, so got a bucket full of that. I'm going to put a little bit just where this trap is, because they have still been coming in here most nights on the camera, but just skirting around that trap, so I've recovered it, and I'm going to use a bit of that dirt that he scraped up with the bitch piss on it to try and lure them in there, but most of it I'm going to set up further down here on its own. There's a little sort of a track through the trees here, and I'll set up one trap either side. So I'm going to, there's the bucket of dirt, I'm going to just spread that in the middle there. One trap that side, one trap this side. Hide them as best I can, hide the chain right back to the tree. Don't know what more I can do. I shouldn't have left any lasting scent here. I'm wearing gloves, shoes, haven't touched anything. So hopefully we'll give it a go anyway. There's running out of ideas here. Well, that's about the best I can do. There's the dirt in the middle with the bitch piss. I've got one in here, another trap in there, covered all the way back to where they're tied. I can't even see any sign of them, and I know they're there, but I don't have the nose of a dingo, so we'll see whether it does the trick in the next few nights. I've also put a bit of that dirt over just near the trap where the pig is that I dumped the other day. See if that gets them any more excited to come in around that side where I moved the trap to. Sneaky bastard's been coming in, standing over there on the other side of where I had the trap originally. Just like he's saying, yeah, I know your trap's not here anymore. I can see where you've put it. Anyway, pitting my wits against these buggers is an interesting experience. Gonna release this guinea fowl. There's a bunch of them over here, so hopefully it'll join them. I do think if you just tied making a bit of noise. I do think if you just tied a rope to its leg and tied it to a tree, it'd probably have a better effect as a live bait. In the cage, yeah, the dogs are going to be a bit wary of the cage, so I doubt it really worked in that regard. Well, didn't get any results anyway, so that mob seems to be interested in the new member. Going to say hello. It'll be a bit traumatised, I imagine, after its week out in the bush with dingoes surrounding it. Well, I think that bitch piss definitely did its job last night. It's the first time I've had more than one dingo on the camera. I had 4 of the bloody things having a porgy with that pig there for about an hour last night on the camera. 2 tan pure dingo looking ones and 2 black mixed breed looking ones. Unfortunately, they seem to know for sure where that trap is. None of them would go around that side of the bait. They ended up dragging the pig over the log to get at it on the other side, which is a bit unfortunate, but hopefully after they finished there they might have gone across and had a sniff around where I put most of that piss. Hopefully I've got 1 or 2 on that side. I don't have a camera there, so I'm not sure. I can't tell if I got anything in the other 4 traps. It remains to be seen. Coming up on them now, so at the moment they're Schrodinger's dingoes in my mind. They're both trapped and not trapped. Got one over near that wiener that I dragged out. Beautiful. Nothing on the piss, nothing on that one, which they knew where it was, but we've got one of the pure dingo looking ones in this trap here. Finally. Little 357 revolving rifle, to be fair. Stupid Australian gun laws. If it was actually a revolver in a pistol style, I wouldn't be allowed to do this, even though I have a pistol license. You're not allowed to use pistols for anything apart from shooting at the range. Ooh, damn near stepped in my other trap. I got a bit excited there. All right. One down, 3 to go according to the camera last night. I'll have a bit of a look around and see if they've disturbed any of the other traps. I might reset that one that's on the camera because they obviously know where that is, so I'm going to have to move it. Hopefully they'll be back in tonight. Well, this one's a male. He's a fairly decent size for a dingo, but yeah, there's a little bit of blood on the trap that I just reset, so I don't know how that's going to go. They'll probably smell that, but anyway, I don't think they'll be back in for a couple of nights anyway, and it is completely buried, so Hopefully they can't smell it through the dirt, but there's still the 2 untouched ones where the piss is, and the reset one for that pig that they were spending most of their time at last night. I'd say they probably just took off once this guy got caught over here. Well, we'll see if they come back tonight.